Welcome back to Wacky Teacherpreneurs. I wish everyone at home right now could see Amanda. She has a cat with a cone on its head and she's sleeping. If you want to go check out our YouTube channel for more of these shenanigans, you can actually see what she looks like right now. But today's episode, we're going to be talking about something that won't make you fall asleep because everyone loves this topic. And the topic is TikTok. Everyone and their grandma obsessed with TikTok, wants a TikTok, watching TikTok, talking about TikTok. So we are going to talk about it today too, as two, well, nearly 40-year-old ladies trying to dive into this new world of TikTok. All right, I have a funny story to start out this TikTok episode, and it's something that just happened yesterday. Full disclosure, sometimes I get mad at my husband. He goes by Whimsical Hubby online, but I call him Anthony. Anthony is obsessed with TikTok. He's always on his phone before we go to bed. He's like scrolling TikTok, and sometimes he stops watching TV and he's scrolling TikTok, and I feel like he spends hours a day on TikTok. I'm probably over exaggerating because he does work a full-time job and he cooks us dinner most nights and makes me lunch, right? So he is a really great husband. But I think his obsession right now, video games and TikTok, they kind of balance each other out. And sometimes I just get sick of TikTok because as another person in the room, he doesn't have headphones on. I'm just hearing these little short, like 5 to 30 second blips. And it's irritating to me because I have a sensitivity to strange noises. Sounds weird because I'm a teacher, but I don't like it's like flipping channels on the TV. I just keep hearing like flip, 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 and I just start getting mad. I start getting angry. So this week I started Googling, when will TikTok die? The death of TikTok, because I've been involved in a few different social media platforms and they lasted a year or two and then they fizzled out. They just disappeared. I was doing things on Periscope and Blab, and both of these social medias died. And I've even heard that Instagram has reached its peak and it is now on its slow descent. And so I was like, maybe TikTok is going to start dying soon, and I won't have to hear this channel flipping in my house constantly. Flip, 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 new voice, new voice, new voice, music, new voice, dog barking. So anyway, I Googled it and I wasn't happy with the results because it said that TikTok is here to stay. And a lot of analysts were predicting that TikTok will not die until the 2050s. And I was counting that up in my head, thinking 30 more years of hearing this. I can't even. And then I started reading articles about TikTok, and it was saying, yeah, TikTok's becoming more popular than you even. TikTok's releasing a new long form format where you can make 10-minute videos now. 10-minute videos on TikTok. And I mean, I get it. I'm not completely against TikTok, but I'm not completely on board with it. And I thought it would be interesting because I know a lot of teacherpreneurs, wacky teacherpreneurs are interested in learning more about TikTok. And maybe a lot of you are kind of in my position in your 30s or 40s thinking, what is this crazy new platform that the whole world, like we understand it's been here for a few years now. We understand it's not going away. Seems like people can explode on it overnight. People's businesses are growing. We have to embrace TikTok, and that's what we're going to do. So Amanda, any thoughts on TikTok? Or we have a disclaimer before these social media episodes. We're going to be talking about TikTok and Facebook and Instagram and maybe even YouTube eventually. What is our big disclaimer before we dive into TikTok?
Well, before I give the disclaimer, Anthony, can't he get some earbuds?
I mean, I think that's annoying to wear earbuds when you're on your phone, because you'd have to get a dongle because we have iPhones and you can't just plug headphones into them. You need a dongle. and the dongles are annoying.
They're wireless. That's what I use. I have wireless headphones. I don't have earbuds. I have some other old people wireless. And they just I walk around and that's what I do. I mean, Eric would never, he would never put up with that, Jess. He would be like, get your headphones on now. I do not want to hear this. This like random channel changing TikTok, different people's posts or videos. I don't know, just a suggestion so you don't have to hear it for 30 years. Um
Not looking forward to it.
Okay, so yeah, we talked a lot about this before we pressed record on this episode. The marketing and email marketing and social media marketing, and I actually just in the last few weeks have gotten caught up in social media really because I'm trying out TikTok, right, for our Wacky Teacherpreneurs business. And I'm falling in love with it, which I did not expect that to happen, that I would start falling in love with a social media. I mean, it seems like I should have predicted that since I've fallen in love with Periscope. That's how Jess and I met, and Blab. And I've just made so many teacher friends through different social media outlets. But when I get really obsessed with a social media platform, and I do think there's an addictive quality to social media. And when I pull away from social media, or when I did a few years ago, I just dropped everything because I felt like it was taking over my life. I really put all of my efforts into my email list and building an email list. And that works, So if you do feel like social media is sucking all of your time and you feel like it's going nowhere, I mean, it's a long game, social media. I really do. I think it's a long game, but so is building an email list. But an email list is yours to keep, right? You can download the CVS file, right? Is it CVS, CSV file? And you have all of those people's names and emails, and you can contact them. I don't think email is going anywhere. I'd be curious. Like Google, when will the internet die? I mean, email dies when the internet dies, right? But so it is, I think we really do need to remember that the best type of marketing, the marketing that you own, is email, like your email list, and being able to communicate with your email list is the most powerful way to market your products and services. So, and social media is like an added bonus, right?
Yes, and as we go through, we just want to remind you, since we are going to talk about different kinds of social media, we're going to give you tips. But we know email is king because you own it. And maybe those articles I read about TikTok disappearing in 30 years, maybe it'll be 3 years. And then if you put all of your eggs in your TikTok basket and it disappears, then you won't have your TikTok audience. And I know people are growing TikTok audiences really fast. I know people who have millions of followers on TikTok, but really social media is owned by different companies and it's unpredictable, it's volatile. You cannot trust another company to take care of your customers the way that you could through an email list. And your email list, you're going to have that forever. Most people don't delete their emails and start new emails. I've had the same email since I was 22 years old. That's 18 years I've been using the same email that for when I sign up for things. And so that's a long time. But my social media accounts, they come and go. I've deleted my Facebook. I've started new Facebooks. I've done the same with Instagram. I've changed my handle, but I have this one email that I've had for 18 years. So email's king. We want you to always be thinking when we're talking about social media is how will social media help build my email list? How can I get people more interested in giving me their email through this social media video that I'm doing right now, or picture or song or dance?
Yes, that's the ultimate. Yeah, every time you post on social media, and this helps me too, because like I recently posted a video on TikTok of my cat. So she had some abscesses on her paws, like her back left paw. And we had to take her to the vet, and she had to have like a little bit of surgery. And so she had to wear a cone for like a whole month. And one of the videos that I posted on TikTok was her, it was like Stranger Things. You know, I for you do you know the character, the brother of the redhead girl? I don't know any characters' names.
Yeah, I got you. I got
And
you.
he's like, I don't understand. What do
Yeah.
you mean? I don't
I think that
understand.
was Billy. I think it
Yeah,
was Billy.
Billy. And he's screaming because he doesn't understand these monsters, right? And he's in the middle of a street, and it's like a trending sound on TikTok. And so I had this video. I was just like scrolling through heard the sound, and I was like, that video of me holding up, because we take our cat on walks outside, and I was holding up her harness to go on a walk, but she had her cone, and she's just looking at me like super confused. And so I played Billy. I don't understand. What do you mean? I don't understand. And she's like looking at me. And that is our most popular TikTok right now on our wacky teacherpreneurs TikTok account. And I don't know what the point was that I was making here. What point was I trying? See, this is why we need an outline, Jeff.
No, I think that was great. That was a great organic story. And I think you just kind of gave an example of how you can use your everyday life in TikTok.
But there was no
And
email. Like I wasn't trying to get anyone's email, right?
you
Like,
weren't, but this is our first hottest tip, is that even though Amanda made this video that had nothing to do with anything we're selling or doing, it's still drawing people to the account. When people are drawn to your account, they're going to watch your other videos. And most importantly, they're more likely to click the link in your bio. So if the link in your bio links to an expensive product or something that this is what you're most proud of, or maybe a freebie that will sign them up to your email list, right? Then that's where you're going to start making more money. And I know like there's a couple of really big, like I follow this one account, and she's one of the biggest TikTok accounts. I think her name is Selena Boo Boo or something like that. And it's a really great account. She's so hilarious and funny. She's this, I guess I would describe her as a goth person. A goth person. She has long black hair. She does sleepwalking videos. That's what she got famous for, is she records herself sleepwalking, and she does this crazy stuff while she's sleepwalking. Well, turns out before she started her TikTok, she wrote a few books on Amazon. And so all she has is the little link to those books on Amazon. And she has made so much money now because like even though her content doesn't really relate to her books, people are clicking the link in her bio. She also designed some of her own makeup palettes and stuff, and she'd have those links sometimes, but a lot of it is these Amazon books she wrote. She wrote 3 Amazon books, and I have watched this person go from basically living a pretty modest life to now she has like these fancy sports cars, and she's living the mansion lifestyle. Because she has like tens of millions of followers. Of course, she's getting sponsored deals, but a lot of it is just being yourself, being funny, creating short little moments in your life and sharing them with people. And that drew customers to her business because she had the right link in her bio. If she had nothing in her bio, if she didn't link her books on Amazon, nobody would find those books. Nobody would want to support her businesses. And so I think that's how we can tie in your cat story, is that you're just looking like creating entertainment creates people that are interested in what you're doing with your life, and what you're interested in doing with your life should be the link in bio.
yeah, yeah. I've seen people like and I, am kind of like Anthony. I'm getting sucked in, and I'm really enjoying just finding new people that inspire me. And I've been, following a lot of people, and I see interesting links. Like I see links to people's like Amazon wish list. Like people are just like,
Yes.
if you like me, go ahead and buy me these things on Amazon.
And it's working
It's
because
really
I
cool.
know a lot of teachers on TikTok that are getting their lists cleared because they're linking it in their TikTok, and they're not necessarily making videos about, oh, buy me books, buy me something on my Amazon list. They're not saying anything about that. They're just creating short snippets of entertainment, and then they're getting these things. So there's so much that you can do with it. But I think as a teacherpreneur, you should be focused on, how can I build my list with these TikToks, and keep referring to it. That's one of my tips, is at the end of your TikTok video, whatever you post, refer to that link in bio. Say, click the link in bio for a free blah, blah, blah from me. Right? You could type it out, just so like when someone finishes your video, they know what, they either know why they're following you, or you give them a directive. You give them a, what do they call that? A call to action, right? A call to action. Either follow me for more of blank, or click the link in my bio for something for free. And you're more likely to get people to go to your bio. Oh, what is this for free here? And that's how you could build your list organically on TikTok.
Yeah. Well, and I think this is a really, really important first point, is like social media is a way to share who you are and your life, and like have fun, but it's also a way for you to connect with people who might want to be on your email list and want to hear more from you and want your freebies. And we are by no means experts on TikTok. Did we say that yet? We are like a case study, right? Like I've been posting on TikTok almost every day for like the last 2 weeks. And we only have we only have only, I mean, if you imagine these people in a room, it's it's not anything, 30
Scoff at.
36 people, right? And when I think about each individual people, those are human beings who like us and liked us enough to click follow, and to imagine that many people in a room, that's a like oversized classroom, right? So when we say, oh, we don't have that many followers, I feel like, you know what, when you think about that number of people in a room, like that's awesome, and so for the last couple of weeks, we have 36 followers. And also, like I've posted things, like I have this really goofy picture of myself wearing, like I was playing with my daughter and we were playing like veterinary, like dragon veterinarian, like some game where we were like helping dragons and using her little vet toys. And I put on the like little red glasses and this little nurse hat. And it's just this, I look just ridiculous. And that video has done horribly. Should I delete it, Jess?
No, I think you should keep it. I mean, it because it fits the brand, and our brand is wacky. And when I
Yeah.
see that picture, that's the first thing I think, oh, that's kind of wacky. So I think if it was really like, maybe if it was your cat video and it was like only 10 views, I'd be like, yeah, delete that, because people are going to look at your cat and think, oh, wacky. They're going to think, oh, cool cat, right? But your face in that picture looks wacky. And
Yes.
so I think since it fits the brand, and our main goal is finding other wacky teacherpreneurs, then I think it works. So I would personally keep it, but I don't know. I mean, people say that, I've heard the advice, and we had a lot of arguments starting our TikTok channel, because I heard the advice that if you put out your first TikTok and nobody watches it and nobody likes it, or people see it and they don't like it, it'll push you further down in the algorithm, and TikTok won't present you to the world as a TikTok account. And so we had actually, Amanda had made some videos, and one of them did good, but didn't get any likes or follows,
So it had a lot of views, and that means people are seeing it, but they're
but not
just
liking it.
scrolling. Yeah, they're just like, whatever. Yeah.
So we decided to delete that and then we uploaded a new one, right? Like you had, did you have two and you deleted both of them and then we did a new one?
Yeah, I deleted both of the first two that I created.
I did
And I
hear
do
that your
think
first video is most important.
it is very important. Okay. And then also, um, it's important to notice how many views it's getting and then how many likes. Cause it's like the first thing that happens is someone views it. The second thing that happens is they like it. The third thing is they're curious about you and they go look at your profile. And then they click the link to get your freebie. By the way, our link is to our YouTube channel, Jess. So I don't know if we should
It
change
should
it to our
we should
business
change it.
planner.
Yeah.
Yeah, our business
We
planner.
we should put that in the account, like free business planner here.
Yeah, get a free. Yeah, as our bio.
Yeah, in our bio, it should say free business planner, click here.
Okay, I'm on
And
it.
and on I was gonna say something and I totally forgot. Oh well, Amanda will just edit me out. But that
No, I
was
will.
another. Oh, I remember what I was gonna say. So you were talking about the first thing they can do is they can see you, right? Well, the next thing they can do is like you. One of the tips I got from one of my buddies on TikTok, and a few of my friends have started TikToks and they're actually doing pretty good. And one of the tips I got is like, you have to ask people to like you. You can't just expect that they will, like, you have to ask for what you want. So if you give a really good tip, you have to say, you have to type out, like this video if you like this tip, or like, give me a heart if you agree, or give me a like if this was helpful. I don't think it's going to show up.
No, I'm trying to show you one of my TikToks. Well, and on our TikTok, we say, and like the description of the video or whatever. Um, I've heard, and I've been following a lot of TikTok experts on TikTok. Like my feed is filled with people giving me like new trend alert, follow this trend, and I'm constantly saving sounds that are trending, which is, I think, really fun because they inspire me for what I'm going to post. But what was I just saying? See, I'm totally losing my train of thought. We're being
I think we're doing
wacky.
great. One thing that was
No,
the next thing.
I just remembered. So
Okay.
the description, TikTok experts say, like, don't write anything in the description. You just need like one sentence for like why people should follow you. And I've been putting in every single one of our posts, follow us for a biz tip a day. We're wacky teacherpreneurs. And I've been using like the same hashtags if people search teacherpreneur or teacherpreneurs on TikTok, or and so every time I have the same description, follow us for a biz tip a day.
Yeah, I
What
think
do you
that's
think of
great.
that?
I
Okay.
think that's good. I would say that, like, so I'm clicking our TikTok. I'm going to analyze our TikTok really quick. When
Okay.
I click one of the videos, I don't know if you're familiar with like snippets on Teachers Pay Teachers, and that's like the first few words, like the first three lines of your product description show up when you're scrolling for products. Well, when you're scrolling for videos, the first, it looks like, sentence shows up. So I love how, like, some of them I click, like I just clicked a TikTok and it says follow us for a biz tip a day for 30 days, right? But then it says see more. So if you say it first, I wonder, or I think if we put the call to action first, like this video, or if you found this helpful, like this video first, or click the link in bio for free business planner. We have to keep it like one sentence, because that's what you see when you click a video. You don't see the rest of the text unless you click see more. And I heard that nobody really clicks see more. Like, do you know what I mean? Like if you just click one video to watch, how you can
Yeah.
only see one sentence of text. So I'm
Yep.
thinking
It's
like
in a red box.
I'm thinking putting a call to action in that one little sentence would be the best thing to do. And you do have a lot of call to actions. Let's see. It looks good. It does look good.
I'm
I'm
just
following along.
surprised, like,
This looks great.
well, some of the, yeah, I see what you're saying, but some of the videos, I'm just surprised that they've gotten so few views. Like some of them I tried really, really hard to make it valuable. Like for example, the most recent one that I posted, and I do know that the time of day is important. Like I heard that posting in the morning actually is the best time for anyone, the morning, which I've been posting in the evenings and at nighttime. And I guess that's not good.
What
Like,
if you did an experiment and you started posting in the morning? Like you make it at night and post it the next morning.
yeah, I think I might try that because the most recent one that I posted was avoid these 3 mistakes teacherpreneurs make. And I mean, I did a lot of work to make it really short, concise, to the point, and also like the first thing you say in your video is really important too, I've heard, because that's what captures people's attention and makes them want to keep watching the video. And also having transitions. So if you're just doing a talking head video, because TikTok's not just about dancing, and that's the assumption that I made about it. And a talking head video is just where you're just talking to the camera and you're sharing some tips. That having transitions, so you can use the editing tool or whatever, I forget what the tool is called, but when you're creating your TikTok, it's called Studio. You click the button that says Studio, and just every 20 seconds have a transition, even though you're still just sitting there talking.
Yes.
Because it's just,
I've heard that too. I've heard
yeah.
people could only pay attention for 6 to 12 seconds on anything now. So like if you chop it up every 6 to 12 seconds, you have a little transition, something that changes. And what people do is they'll just record a long video and then they'll just chop it up into teeny tiny little sections, little quotes that they're saying, put a transition between each quote, and that's their video. And people they'll watch the whole thing because it keeps changing. There's even a filter. I was going to tell you about this. There's a filter that changes the color of your shirt while you're talking, and people will more likely watch because like your shirt changes through every color of the rainbow as you're talking, and they're just
That's
like,
cool.
oh wow, that's cool. Right.
Well, and that's, I think, why I've fallen in love with TikTok is because the studio, and just, I also bought a couple of apps that you can use to add music or add cool transitions or just do really neat things.
Can you
And
tell us what the apps are?
yeah, so one of them is InShot, and the other one, InShot, is really, really great. InShot, and I paid for it. I can't remember how much I paid for it. I think I just bought it, like I just paid in full
for the whole year.
Yeah. And then the other one is Lyft, and Lyft is really cool for making, they have all sorts of templates. And I think
Nice.
you've probably seen some of my reels where I've used these templates to promote my blog posts. And that's another really cool thing you can do is you can transfer your TikTok to reels. It's pretty easy to take the same content and post it on Instagram, which is reels kind of like a copycat of TikTok because I feel like they're very similar.
It is. That was Instagram's response to TikTok becoming bigger than Instagram. More people join TikTok each day than Instagram.
Wow.
Instagram is losing followers each day. And remember in the beginning of the episode where I said I was Googling when TikTok would die? I think I got mad at Instagram one day and I Googled the same thing, and the answer was like 7 years.
Oh my goodness.
7 years, Instagram's going to be dead. More people are leaving than joining at this point. People are disgruntled with the app because they keep changing different features, and none of it is as good as TikTok. And so I have read a lot of articles that say the next 7 to 10 years, we're going to see Instagram kind of whoop, which is why I have wanted to learn more about TikTok, even though I do post reels on my own Instagrams. I have a large audience. I know that I need to make the transition to TikTok because I know Instagram is probably not going to be living as long.
Yeah. And I think so. I knew nothing about TikTok when I started. I mean, we started this Wacky Teacherpreneurs account, what, 2 weeks ago? And I knew nothing. Like, I just thought it was a dancing app, and I was thinking, I don't want to dance, but I have been getting a little wacky and lip syncing, and I am gonna try some dancing,
You want to hear my favorite video that you've done so far that I just thought was hilarious?
yeah.
Your best video is when you took off like your moccasin and you're like singing into your moccasin. I thought that was so funny. And you're just not expecting it. You're seeing like this lady outside, and she just looks like this normal middle class lady sitting in her backyard. And then all of a sudden you're singing into your shoe. It's not just any shoe, it's a moccasin. And you're just like singing away into your moccasin like it's a microphone. And I was like, yes, this is
This
more of what I want to see. I loved it.
Well, and I think I am going to start doing that regularly, because I was sitting in my car with my daughter waiting for a play date, and I just picked up her water bottle and started lip syncing with the water bottle. And then a few days later, or maybe even a week later, I was like, maybe I should do that again. What's around here? I'll just grab my slipper.
I love that. It
Well, and
looks really cool.
I didn't even like, the fun thing about TikTok is, like, I'm like, oh, I got to post on TikTok. What should I do? And I'm just kind of like looking around, and then I start looking at the saved sounds that I created, and I feel like it's so fun because it's very audio focused, and I really, that's really fun. I think it's super fun to like find sounds and then be inspired by them. So like these ones that I'm singing, they're really great songs. And I'm like, oh, I'm just going to lip sync, and it's related. So like one of the ones I did recently, I said it's a biz tip, and it's about asking for the follow. And the song is, you are my candy girl. You got me wanting you. So I was like, oh, that's perfect. Like, I want you to follow me, And like the biz tip was, follow us. And you got to ask people for the follow. And the song is so reiterates that message, And so I think if you don't know what to post on TikTok, just look up different songs that you enjoy, and just post that song along with some other thing that you're doing, or I don't know. It's fun because you can add text boxes, you can add images, you can add videos, you can, edit the videos. I don't know. It's definitely something that I'm excited about. For
And I
sure.
love how you said that. How do people find ideas? There are hashtags, and you can actually search these. You can search them on Google, you can search them in the app, but I know some people use TikTok trends. You can search TikTok trending audio
Like
on
hashtag.
Google. Yeah,
Yeah.
and you can just search it on Google and it'll show up. Like, just say, it's almost like, remember the Billboard top 20 songs? Like, if you grew up in the 90s, it was all about like Casey Kasem's, these are the top songs, and there was a whole show about these are the top songs in America. Well, now you can search, you could just Google top songs on TikTok this week, and there'll be a whole list of songs that are trending. They'll tell you exactly what they're called, and you can go search them on TikTok, start watching like the hashtags with those songs. And that's what people are doing with them. Sometimes they are doing a dance, sometimes it's just about the song, right? Like, sometimes it's just people love certain songs. So you could search the hashtag, but you can also Google it because it's so popular right now that it'll just generate lists of ideas for you.
Well, and when I first started, I was like, what is this? Like, I really did have to do some research to figure out, like, what are you supposed to post on this weird app? And so I searched the hashtag teacherpreneurs, and I noticed a lot of talking head videos. And I was like, oh, I could do talking head videos. And so that really was kind of my in. And when I say talking head video, I mean, I'm just talking, like I'm just sharing some tip for 20, 30 seconds or whatever. And it is, you can talk for a long period of time. You were talking about 10-second videos. You
Not
can,
10-second, 10-minute
oh,
videos.
10 minute.
They're
Yeah.
supposed to be introduced, and like they only roll the feature out to certain accounts. I don't know if now you can do 10-minute videos. I don't know if they're coming. I know that's the eventual goal, is that you could have up to a 10-minute video. So, but I don't think, I think people go on for little snippets. I don't know if the 10-minute videos are going to last or if it's going to be a thing, but they definitely want to make it just like they want you on the app longer. That's the goal of every app, is they want you to stay on it for as long as you can. So I think what's kind of key is just remember, everything you do, wrap it back to the email list. Like, how can I tie this in to someone clicking the link in my bio? How can I tie this into a call to action? You have to tell people what you want. Do you want them to like the video? Do you want them to share the video? Do you want them to click the link in your bio? Do you want them to sign up for a freebie that's in your bio? What do you want people to do after they consume your content? And that's where I think, and I've read articles on this, how a lot of TikTokers have become super famous with millions of followers, and they don't make any money. They don't know how to make money. They just start creating dances and funny stuff, and they have no call to action, no email list, and no products to sell, which is why I think this is a very good time for teacherpreneurs to get involved, because most teachers are just doing talking head videos. They're just talking. They're not doing like crazy dances. They're not having to reinvent the wheel. They're just sharing some tips, and it's enough. It's enough to build an audience. It is like, you don't have to do a bunch of crazy stuff. You can just do some talking head videos. Just make sure you have that point that you're driving home. Hey, go to the link in my bio, or follow me, or like this video, or share this video. Tell people to do something. You have to ask for it, just like you said.
Or follow me or like me. Because right now, I think our goal with TikTok is just to get some people following us and to get some traction on there. But I did want to say something else. Another place that I've been getting inspired for what to post on TikTok is my Google Photos. Like I was just thinking that I could look, for example, I shared with you that video that we created 5 years ago where we were like eating French fries that were flying around. I think we used an app.
Snapchat.
We used
That was Snapchat.
Yeah, we used Snapchat like 3 or 4 years ago. We created this video together when we were at a meetup, a teacherpreneur meetup, and I found that video. And I took that video years and years and years ago, but you can bring those videos that are in your photos or, on your computer from years ago, like, oh, I took this trip to wherever, Barcelona. Like, let me see if I can find a cool video that I could share. And even the video doesn't have to have anything to do with what you're actually like, maybe the text box that you have that you put on top of the video. I don't know. It's very creative. It's it's probably the most creative app that I've ever seen before. I mean, Snapchat is pretty cool too, but like, this is neat. Like, there's a lot you can do with it.
Yeah, I had this tip years ago. I heard this tip is just to take little videos of everywhere you go, or take pictures of everything you do. Like, not that you want your phone to take over your life, but say you're
Yeah.
shopping in a store and you see something just kind of like that you want to remember, you think other people would like, just like, there's no harm in taking a short little video of it, and you can use that content later. I have 50,000 videos in my phone of just kind of like, I've gone on some amazing trips, but also just me going to the grocery store and seeing something sort of interesting or unique or bizarre that I could share. All of that is content that you could transform on TikTok, which is kind of cool.
Well, and I think I think we shared a lot here. The last thing though, I don't know if you have any last words. I went to a live on TikTok. I don't know how I learned about it, probably just scrolling through the feed. Um, and that's another really cool thing about TikTok is like that their algorithms are pushing things to people to you that you don't even have any clue who they are. And you can just like, you can find people that you never would have found otherwise. Right. But they had a live and they were talking about TikTok Promote. And apparently you can pay $5 a day, like as little as $5 a day, and you can promote your videos and gain thousands of followers within a matter of a day or two. So I was going to experiment with that TikTok Promote. And maybe we need a follow-up episode, Jess, once we've gained some traction on this app. I think it would be really cool in like 3 or 4 months to see where we are with this, and to see if there's any more things we've learned about it that can help other teachers who are trying to gain traction on TikTok.
Yeah, and I guess what I'd like to leave people with is this is another little tidbit, like a piece of advice I got years ago, is that anything you're thinking of starting, do it today, right? Like you will not regret it. Whether it's the TPT store or a blog or an email list or a podcast or a YouTube channel or a TikTok account, start it today. Like today is the easiest day to start it because things gain traction over time, and you might start out really, really slow, and you just never know where, like, your bird seeds that you're sprinkling, like you never know when the bird's gonna come, right? Like you're trying these things out, and like you can't do it all, but like if you're like, hey, I do kind of want to try TikTok, just jump in there like Amanda did this month. Just jump into it, try it, because then you're gonna start to learn more about it, but you won't know unless you try.
Yeah, and there have been some frustrating moments with it that I've been like, what is going on here? Like, for example, I kept posting videos and then they wouldn't appear in our feed. And I was like, what the heck? I worked so hard on that and I edited it and I added transitions and it's not there. Guess what the problem was?
What?
I was accidentally posting them as private.
Oh, I've done that too.
I was like, oh my God, they're there. It's just they're private. And then I edited it all over again, thinking that it just disappeared. And then I looked at our private section and I was like, there are all of those videos.
Yeah, that's a common mistake. I have done the same thing. I made like 4 or 5 videos last year and I posted them all to private, and I just thought nobody likes me on TikTok. They were private.
So you got to click everyone. Like
Yes.
there's a little, as you're posting, like right before you post, it says private or only me or close friends or everyone. And you've got to make sure the everyone thingy is on. Yeah. So, I mean, but you make mistakes and you learn. And I think I'm really loving it. I think if you are creative and you like kind of like playing around with cool little features and apps, I don't know, it's starting to become my favorite app, my favorite social media app for sure.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah. All right, ready to wrap it up then? Anything else?
Until next time.
All right, bye everyone, thank you for listening.
Bye.